4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everybody. I'm James with Krown Technologies and the Krown Network, and tonight is the KrownMEET for June 26, 2025, and I'm joined with a great group of guys and ladies this evening, and partners as well. So I'm looking forward to all the updates and announcements to give to you guys. The first thing I'd like to do is make the introductions of who here is on the team and has joined us this evening. I'll start tonight with Garrett Slavin, our CTO, and then also Sergio Santuani is our CIO for Krown. And then we're joined by Brian Esposito, the Chief Strategy Officer for Krown, as well as the CEO of Esposito Intellectual Enterprises and Diamond Lake Minerals Incorporated. And then we are joined by Peter Biggs, the Chief Marketing Officer for Krown.
Evening all.
Dr. Francis Bolito, the CEO of Quantum Emotion and Senior Quantum Advisor for Krown Technologies.
Good evening, everybody.
Rami Das is one of our lead blockchain developers. He is in as well.
Oh, how's it going, everyone?
Good. Also joined today by Iffy. A lot of you in the community know Iffy. She's been a very big help to Krown and all of the holders and participants in the community. So Iffy joins us today as our project manager.
Hi, everyone.
And then we also have Mario Filjak. He is a solutions architect with Krown. Some of you know him from the community in the Telegram group as well. You may not be able to put a face with the name, but you will tonight. So Mario, welcome.
Hi, guys.
And then finally tonight, Samuel Seitkin, the CEO of X Quantum, Krown's newest partner, and we're going to go into that partnership on as well. Sam?
Hello, everyone.
Very good. All right, guys, I'm going to start with the announcements like I always do. If you are new to the KrownMEET, how it works is we introduce everyone, then we make a few announcements, and then everyone on the team kind of has their short bit or their short presentation that they do. We give you updates about upgrades or any announcements or partnerships, and then we have some product reveals as well, and this one will not disappoint. This is going to be a fun KrownMEET for sure. I'm going to start with announcing the strategic partnership between Krown Technologies and X Quantum. A lot of you asked, well, you have a quantum partner and then you have this partner and that partner, but it's very important to understand that when you have partnerships, you need to know where those strategic goals lie and which one has a specific niche that they work with and that you've carved out in that partnership. And that's where those really become effective. And so tonight we're going to really show those differences and where those products and services lie on that. Also, I want to announce that the wallet balance issue has been fixed and it's now working on about 90% of you guys' wallets. If you still have any issue with the wallets balance, which you should not, but if you do, I would ask you to submit a ticket or talk to Iffy or Mario in the Telegram group, and they'll be able to help you. With regard to bonuses and referrals, those are being worked on as those tickets come across, so we can definitely get those taken care of. I'm hoping to get that all done within the next week, but certainly that's up to you guys to let us know about those. And then we do have several new products and service updates to talk about, and we'll get with those. But first tonight, with regard to presentations, I want to start with someone that you guys know very well. He's our Chief Strategy Officer here at Krown, Brian Esposito. He is the CEO of EIE as well as DLMI, and he is a huge help to Krown, a great partner and friend. And I just want to thank you, Brian, for joining us tonight. I know that your time is limited as you are at NFT NYC tonight. Again, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Great to be here, everybody. It's a nice big crowd to see it again. I'm sorry that I don't have video on, and let me know if any of the background noise is interfering. So honored to be here, honored to be part of this team. It's been a wild last few months with everything happening with digital assets and crypto, especially for us in the public markets with Diamond Lake Minerals. Quick overview of me. I started EIE, which is Esposito Intellectual Enterprises, over 24 years ago. So it's a private holding company, wholly owned by me. Present day, we have over 115 companies within the holdings. We have a reach of over 25 different industries, and we've accumulated over 200 joint ventures around the world. And then Diamond Lake Minerals, which is being rebranded, as we mentioned, and put a big public press release out this week. We did a merger with Unicoin. That's been one of the most time-consuming, over a 2-year relationship building with this great firm, 6 months of negotiations. And now with Diamond Lake Minerals, moving forward, we have become the first public vehicle in the United States that is including a brand new altcoin treasury. Everybody that's going forward with the Bitcoin treasury, that's never been our model. Diamond Lake Minerals is a resembles an old school General Electric type company, parent umbrella, all these industry agnostic subsidiaries and companies underneath the umbrella. And what we're going to be doing is tokenizing our own holdings and assets with Unicoin. They have about 6 billion in commercial real estate assets that are moving over. And we also are going to be looking for amazing projects and companies such as Krown that have great business models, great teams, great management, really good strategies where we put our time, resources, and know-how behind them. And then instead of putting things like Bitcoin or other types of assets, commodities on our balance sheet, we'll be fully supporting their tokens and their digital assets on our balance sheet to give them further support in the market and offset any volatility with those coins or those digital assets.
Thank you, Brian, so much, man. That partnership means a lot to Krown, so we want to thank you so much for your time. I know your time is short tonight, but thank you for explaining how that works. And then also, I know one other part of this partnership too is we had talked about the pipeline that when you talk about the joint ventures and the companies behind the parent company, that really lends itself to a lot of pipeline work and strategies and partnerships that can come out of that for Krown. I know a lot of people have asked me about where does the value lie in that, and I think that's really one of the value props for that.
Oh, 100%. The reason why I've been, since I've joined Krown, again, the last 6 or 7 months of fully focusing on this merger with Unicoin has taken up 110% of my time. But now that we've crossed that bridge, we've made an announcement. We, with the SBZ Intellectual Prizes and Diamond Lake, and now as well as Unicoin, we're going to be a turnkey partner of bringing Krown exceptionally vetted projects to be their token partners, to work together in creating amazing offerings to go out in the market. Since we're in the regulated environment, there's so much more scrutiny that we have to go through to make sure the assets that we're getting behind the project and the teams, we believe are best in breed. So we're tied in with top tier hotel and hospitality. We're part of Colliers International. I'm working with them and their chairman on their top 3 global commercial real estate firm, going very heavy in professional sports, casino and gaming, music, TV, and film. We believe consumer goods are going to be one of the, why I've been saying this, I believe consumer goods and consumer products are going to be one of the biggest go forwards on tokenization. Instead of just brand loyalty and coupons and discounts on your favorite brands or products, actually creating a tokenization model behind them where you actually become part of that product in either a shared revenue stream or even some type of ownership. And we're leading the way on all of these. We're not just a token and crypto company or vision. That's the difference with us too. We help companies grow with all types of aspects of fully integration on promotions, building brand awareness, utilizing things like debt and equities and other types of securities to help support these companies. And then we've created this unique strategy where tokenization, we make it as easy as possible for all the Web 2 and even a lot of Web 3 companies that don't know how to really do it in this space. They don't have the right team members in this space to help support what is a movement in this adoption. So we're going to be a turnkey partner for all of that, and we're going to be providing Krown and your amazing and our amazing team, we believe, best in breed products and projects across all different types of industries.
I agree with you, Brian. Again, thank you so much for your time. I know you have to go, but thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll chat soon. I know we have a lot to talk about. Thank you, Brian.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Take care.
Thank you. All right, next up we have Rami. So a lot of you, in fact, most of you probably don't know Rami, but Rami, I think he was on the last KrownMEET, but Rami has an update for us regarding the quantum chain and the MVP package that we have that we're expecting to launch in a couple of months here. And Rami, I think that you have some updates for us, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, James.
Great.
Yeah, so hey everyone. So everything's on track as of now. We're building essentially everything from scratch. Some good news. Hopefully by end of August, we're aiming to essentially launch the beta access, I guess you could say, for the first ecosystem product. And we're aiming to have everything done by October for essentially the full MVP build for phase 1 of the Krown blockchain.
And Rami, that includes, a lot of people may ask what phase 1 is, and if I'm correct, it's the quantum chain itself, it's the wallet,
Correct.
It's the Explorer, and then it is also the native coin Krown to be integrated, correct?
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. And
Some
some
exciting stuff.
yes, very much so. And a lot of people are asking, well, how are we using our encryption, or why can we call it a quantum encrypted chain? And what I tell them is that we're using 5 to 6 different layerings of PQC in the blockchain itself. And what we do is we take those and we look at what their strengths are and what they're built for. And each one of those sit in the chain in a specific spot or a specific joint of communication or access, and they're used in that encryption, in that security. Is that correct?
Correct. Yep. We're using about 6 to 7 different PQCs. They're all integrated with each other. On top of that, they'll also be used for the ecosystem products. So you'll probably never see anything like this. It's going to be very, very secured.
I agree. Thank you so much, Rami. I know your time's limited too tonight. That's why.
I gotta go.
I want to, from everyone at Krown, I want to wish you a happy marriage. I know you're getting married on Sunday, so congratulations. And
I appreciate that.
I'll speak to you after the honeymoon. Good sir.
Thank you, James. Thank you, everyone. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Bye. All right. Next is Dr. Bolito, Dr. Francis Bolito. He is, of course, many of you know him. He's the CEO of Quantum Emotion. It was quite, I guess, skyrocketing, I guess, lately, you could say. And there's so much coming out of QEM lately, Francis, I don't really know where to start. But I'm happy to have you here, and I'm happy to have you on the team. You are our senior quantum advisor as well as a partner here. So thank you for joining us. And if you could just give us some updates on some of the products that we're working with you guys, as well as Quantum Emotion.
Yes, so good evening, everybody. I know that several of you are probably also shareholder of Quantum Emotion, so you probably were, with me this morning when we had the AGM, and and after that, board of directors. But at the AGM, in fact, we announced, it was a coincidence, but actually a very good coincidence. We announced actually that we were successfully actually completed a test for our technology with an organization that it's called here Pink, and that actually controls the IBM computers, and they encourage, the existence is actually to encourage and facilitate the usage of quantum computers here in Quebec, or and in Canada, an introduction to the usage of quantum computers. And we had the idea, in fact, to use what they had, even if the quantum computers that are available at this stage, they still don't have the power, to completely, break sophisticated, encryption. However, they have a way, through a platform called Quizbit, to simulate these attacks, and actually it takes a longer time, but they actually are able to discriminate, on the presence of different, defenses that you can oppose to these attacks. So that's why we did. It took over a year, to get, these results. But we were very pleased this morning when we announced that the presence, for example, of our QRNG make actually a good, very big difference, in the capacity of our system to defend instances. So that was actually, I think, a premiere in the world, and I don't think nobody has done that in the world so far. So we're very proud of obtaining these results, and also it's, to prove once for all that having a QRNG can make a big difference. We actually already knew that, it's nothing new, because on last February, we also released a paper actually that was written in a scientific journal, that we announced that our prototype of the quantum wallet was actually making a difference. It was reducing actually the risk to lose, your cryptocurrencies by 98%. And that was actually published, in the public. And this is the prototype that we are using, in fact, now to embed it to the ecosystem of the Krown network. So you probably heard that we are the partner of Krown Networks, to develop their cold and also hot wallet. Our technology allows us to do that. So this is what we started this collaboration already. I would say, I think, starting by an MOU, I think in December last year, and I think from I think March we've been actively working, with the network, with Krown, in fact, to come out with a final product. So it's in progress, but we're working together. We are partners, and I get along very well with the Krown networks, and their management. So this is our story so far. So good.
No, it's a great team. It's a great team, Francis, and thank you so much for that. Yeah, so Krown is actually, so the Castle is the name of the hot wallet, and it's going to be a quantum hot wallet. As Dr. Bolito said, we are using their QRNGs as well throughout the ecosystem. There's really nothing like their QRNG, and also the cold wallet Excalibur. As many of you know, we've already started that. We're in the prototype phase, just the very beginning phases of that to get that finalized. But we're really putting a lot of resources now starting on Castle, the hot wallet. Many of you are very excited, have been DMing me about Castle and about its development. I assure you, we have already had extensive talks about that and where we want to go with it and how we're building it. But it's not something you just throw together, but it's definitely we're definitely having progress on that now. So I'm excited about that, Dr. Bolito. Dr. Bolito, if there's not anything else, I want to thank you. I know your time is limited as well tonight.
Yes.
But thank you for joining us. And
it was a pleasure, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much. And we'll talk soon.
Soon, very soon. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.
All right, guys. Next, we have Gareth. Many of you know Gareth. Gareth is our resident Viking, as I like to call him. Yes, you are. And he's here with us tonight, and he's going to speak about the issues that we've dealt with, the progress that we've made. Gareth, with that, I will hand it over to you, good sir.
Yeah, and true to form, my browser just crashed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so but look, I'll just go through the different items. That shouldn't take a second to just restart it. Give me.
No, you're good. If you want, I can go with Peter and then come back to you if you like.
Give me 1 second. No, there we go. I'm good.
Okay.
Froze, and then it's okay. So what I really just wanted to go over, as you guys know, this year has been very much about stabilizing a lot of the platforms and systems we're working on. Obviously, there's the blockchain stuff, which we're working with Rami on, and the team under my leadership and James's leadership are making sure that that's rolling out correctly with all the different items. We've also been working very closely with all the users as well as the developers that we brought on to make sure that the elements of Krown's website, the CrownHub, all of the different elements work well together and are secure, etc. And what you'll see is that over the last few months, there's been quite a lot of updates as the months have gone over. And I'm sort of showcasing the website here because I think it's one of the biggest things that we've changed. Even though it looks like just graphical changes, this is faster. It's got quite a lot of elements here which are going to allow us to do things in the future. A couple of the things that are of note from recent updates, and this is as of yesterday, basically, we obviously have now got the unified balance display. So what that does is allows you to see everything in one place, all of your leadership data, all of your balances, everything in one single place. As mentioned by James earlier, we had a few things that were going on with the wallets because of legacy and things that had been built before sort of the team had taken over recently. And what we did is we audited all of those and we fixed what we believe is 99% of the problems. There's always a few outliers, but that problem is being fixed and the wallets are now clearer. Things are making more sense in that area. We've also improved on the purchasing experience. So I'm sure if anybody recently has used it, it's a lot faster. It's a lot more sort of linked into all the different, we've obviously got the cryptocurrencies, but now cards working. We've also made sure that the usability of the system isn't as clunky as used to be, which sounds like a really small thing, but when 1 million people are buying Krown, it makes a huge difference to how they experience that, especially new users. And we've also made sure that the username system is live. So what it is, this little button here, when you go in and you log in, it makes sure that everything's linked together. It has been working for a few months, but we made quite a few updates to make it faster and to do things in a more sort of efficient way on the front end and the back end. The bonus and the referral tracking, so that has been essentially automated. James, I think you've seen quite a lot of changes in there. Is that correct?
Yes, definitely. There's a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, and I think it's also making things less, let's just say, human. Where taking more and more of the human sort of side of these processes out of making them automated and making sure that the systems are running, the auditing is in place, etc. We've also improved, even though it says it's a dedicated staging environment, we have had one for a while, but what we've done is we've created one that is a little bit more of a mirror image of what we've been doing in dev and in production, so we can roll things out quicker, test them quicker, and make sure that our CI/CD, which is the process of automatically testing and rolling things out, is happening in a much faster, more unified way. Also, QR code location tracking. This is quite exciting. It kind of just tells us where people are accessing the QR codes from, which helps us to better market, better build the technology, better spread it around. And I think James and Peter will have something to talk about then, how that helps us with quite a lot of stuff. And then, as you can see over the last, this week, we've done 2 or 3 updates on things like MailChimp integrations. The week before then, we improved a lot of the video gallery and the performance on the mobile and the website, which all seems like very small things, but they're going to make a significant difference as we scale. And there's a team of people behind making sure that it's scalable, it's secure, and that all of the technology you use on a day-to-day basis is seamless and quick, So those are sort of the updates. What I would encourage everyone to do, and the reason I brought up the website, is you've got this little dev release button here, as well as roadmaps and things like that. I really recommend that everybody, every week, there's a couple of updates, but these all add up. Go into that dev releases page, have a look through that, and just see what we're up to. And I think as the next few weeks come, especially with some of the blockchain releases, this part of the site is going to become really exciting and interesting to you. So I think that's it from me. James, did you have anything else you wanted to sort of put on the table other than what I've mentioned here?
No, Garrett, that's great,
Okay.
man. Yeah, those
Cool.
are all. Sometimes, guys, it seems like a small update or a small upgrade, but remember that all of this fits together in a certain way for a common goal, an end goal.
Yeah.
It's all very important. And we have to take the appropriate steps the right way, and it's not always the fast way. And a lot of you, how soon can we get this done? How soon can we get that done? As long as it takes is what I say, because we want to make sure we do it right, not fast, but we want to do it right as quickly as we can. Right.
Yeah. And what I would also say is just to sort of kudos to people like Iffy and Mario and the team. There's a group of about 10 people sitting in the background in different parts of the world making this happen. And I think, just everyone to know that people are there making sure things are happening and making sure that things are getting better and better every day,
That's right. Yeah. Big shout out to Iffy and Mario and everyone, Rihan, everyone over there. So thank you, Gareth, very much.
Yeah, no problem, man.
All right, guys. All right, moving forward, guys. A lot of you have asked me about the marketing strategy and what's happening with that, and if we had any updates. And I always write you guys back and I say, Peter's going to have it for you in the next KrownMEET, and Peter never fails us. So with that, Mr. Biggs.
Thanks very much, James. Good evening, everybody. Terrific updates from Brian Esposito, Dr. Bolido, Rami, and also Gareth. It's just, that Slack channel is bubbling daily with updates, transformations, fixes, improvements. It's a fantastic community to be part of. So without further ado, let me just bring up my screen and I can give everybody a update on what's been happening with marketing. You've probably heard little whispers of visits to convention centers. Bear with me a second. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Fantastic. So I want to just call out 5 important sort of headline topic areas. I'll be as quick as I can with this update, James, but like you say, it is worth going into depth in quite a few of the topic areas because there is so much to cover. And I know people have been really curious about the marketing. What's the plan? What are they going to see? So hopefully if we take our time over this, everyone will be able to understand not just what's going on, but what part they can play in it as well. As a startup, we're growth hacking. So, the community has a big part of that. But we'll kick off with talking about Krown's attendance at the industry day, as well as the 2 public days at the Bitcoin 2025 conference in Vegas. We'll also then talk about the rate of community growth and some of the key stats. Obviously, we can't share all the absolute numbers, but we can give you indications of trend. We'll also be talking about the mailing list and how that's a core part of our CRM strategy to keep people engaged, coming back and engaging with all the features and services and modules within the Krown network as it grows. We'll touch on partnerships and PR, although that was quite a big part of the last KrownMEET. So do feel free to go to the Krown YouTube channel and catch up on the last KrownMEET if you weren't there. And we'll also touch on the podcast strategy for getting some founder-led marketing going with some of the more popular podcasts in the wealth management, wealth generation, crypto space. So just a really quick recap, if you weren't at the last KrownMEET, we touched on how a huge amount of web development happened. We have a fantastic new website, thanks to Gareth and Iffy, Rayhan, Mario, and team, that really is world-class and stands toe-to-toe with some of the biggest competitors in the space. So we can be proud of that. That groundwork is done, although the optimization work never ends on improving the web dev, improving the conversion funnels, and improving the user experience. But now my focus really turns more to process and automation than setup and tagging and tracking and metrics and the like. So it's so important to have that core website working well and looking good, because every other piece of marketing activity points back to it. So yeah, again, hats off to the guys for a solid job there. So many of you are probably already familiar with this. This is the classic marketing funnel. We've adapted it obviously for Krown and for you know, growth hacking in a startup environment. So turn your eyes to the bottom for a second. So the website is there as the key conversion point. We pour visitors in the top of the funnel through various acquisition channels, such as paid social marketing, for example, podcasts, which we'll talk about in a minute, affiliate marketing, other media, PR, etc. They go into channels, which I would classify as things like X/Twitter, paid search, organic search, LinkedIn, for example. Lots of channels that we focus on, Meta, for example. And then what the users find in the channels are content. So that's videos, stills, tech talks, fireside chats, interviews, etc. That kind of key content that will keep people engaged and updated and understanding what Krown is all about and what's different about it and why should they care. And it all points down to the website. So when people are asking, okay, where are we going to see scaled up marketing on Meta, for example, or LinkedIn boosted posts, or programmatic advertising, or even popping up in, you know, an interstitial on your favorite over the top video channel, Disney, Hulu, Netflix, etc. The answer is it's crucial to have the bottom parts of the funnel fully functioning and tested and working before you pour in either money or visitors in at the top of the funnel. So we've gone from the bottom up, basically, getting the website working well, getting MailChimp and our customer relationship management system working well. So that ties together nicely. We've spent the last 45 days building a huge media pool and content library. So we've got a lot to talk about in those channels now, whereas before it was much more about the journey. Now we can show the achievements, the media appearances, the connections we're making in the market, etc. And I'll come on to that in a minute or two. When I talk about channels, I'm talking about making sure that our message is actually resonating in those channels. Do people on LinkedIn actually engage with our posts at an organic level before we put a lot of money behind them? Is our message well matched to the interests of our audience, for example? If we haven't done that testing in those channels, on X, looking at how many reposts we're getting, how many likes we're getting, on LinkedIn, looking at how much engagement, comments, likes and shares, etc. that we're getting there, those signals tell us that we are matching well our message to sorry, is someone trying to talk? Go ahead. No worries. Okay. So sorry. So before we pour in large amounts of money, resource, and visitors at the top of that funnel, we've been making sure that the bottom segments are working properly. And some of the data and some of the metrics I'll show you now in the next couple of slides will help you see exactly how we're going about that. So do take a moment to head over to YouTube after this call and check in on the Krown Network channel. We've put together a 20-minute recap of our attendance at Bitcoin 2025 at the Venetian in Vegas. We went for the industry day and also the 2 public days to make as many new contacts as we could, line up as many media appearances, talk to everyone from publishers, journalists, developers, even celebrities. I believe the rather important VP was present at the keynote. So it's been all about making those connections in the market. So please do take a minute after the call and go and peruse that and share it on your own networks. But what it's led to is a big content library of interviews, stills, videos, fireside chats, discussions, which will form the basis of lots of the content that we're able to share out into our online channels. So again, this is where we call on the community. A little example down in the bottom right of, for example, engagement with those posts, the engagement rates, and we're finding that the content that's more human-centered around our partnerships, our conversations, real-world applications are getting the most traction. So that really gives us a lot of data back and tells us what we should be focusing on when it comes to paid promotions, paid ads, paid social, etc. Because it's easy to go off and spend $1 million and have nothing to show for it after 24 hours. But by doing this organic testing with real content at low cost, we're able to make sure we're matching our message to what the market actually cares about when it comes to decentralized finance, real world assets, cryptocurrency, etc. So,
Peter?
Sorry.
Peter, if you're there, I just want to let you know, man, you did a great job on that video, and I do second that. If you guys have not had a chance to go over to YouTube and check out the main video with Krown at Bitcoin, please do that. There was a lot that came out of that. In fact, I know we'll be hearing from Sam in a little bit from XQuantum, and when I was there, I was actually on a phone with Sam, and I think we kind of knew we might have a deal going right there that day. We'll get into that in a minute, but Peter, you did a great job. So hats off to you on that, man, and we really appreciate the work that you put in on that. Just wanted to tell you that, man.
Thank you very much. Well, props to Sasha and Rebecca and Lester in my team, big part of the production as well. So this is the part of the presentation where I exhort everybody to flip tabs now, go to Krown.network, scroll down to the bottom of the screen and put your email into the email capture box. Iffy, Rayon have completed the integration, so it all joins up nicely now, and we can segment all our audience members into the various different segmentations so we can fine-tune the messages that you're most interested in. So I'm going to leave an awkward pause now for a minute while you switch tabs, head to Krown.network, scroll down to the bottom and type your email address in there. And I can see the numbers on the back end, so I can see you adding your emails in there now as we speak. So please do go ahead and do that now and after the call, because this is the core way for you to find out first about updates, new builds, new demos, new features before anybody else online. So that's the place to go.
Peter, you are the
Thanks,
growth hacker. You are the growth hacker, my friend. Good job.
Cool. I'll be quick because I know there's a lot of people still left to talk this evening. So just wanted to highlight that at 1 p.m. Central on the 14th of July, we've got none other than our glorious leader, James Stevens, speaking on the Swimming with Sharks podcast, Enterprise AI Unleashed. Shortly thereafter, at the Wealth Factory and Founders Forum, just finalizing dates for those. So we're hacking our way to PR here. So hope you can all tune in. If not, we'll be sending around links to the show after it goes live. Obviously, a segment on this later in the call, but just to heads up that we've been making sure that the world knows about the recent partnership between XQuantum and Krown, and we'll be continuing those throughout the month. And of course, our affiliate referral program is still running through Quantum Security and Defense QSecDef, our partnerships. So we're able to bring in new audience members through the training courses that are offered there, so people can learn about quantum. So forward plan, in brief, I've waffled enough. I'm happy to take questions during the Q&A at the end of the call, but mainly the thrust of the work is to continue to build in each of those channels we've already mentioned, keep refining the on-site user experience, keep communicating that vision and that value prop out to our audiences in their segments. Some people just care about RWAs, some people just care about the mint, some people just care about the coin, you know, matching our message to what people care about most, and above all, making sure everybody knows what makes Krown different. So with that, thank you, James, for the time. I'll hand back to you now and look forward to any questions in the Q&A later.
Peter, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate your time. Yeah, you're one of the best, man. Thank you so much.
Anytime. I don't have a public limited company of my own, though, so I'm working on that, unlike Brian and Dr. Belita.
You're good, my friend. And it was good to see you at Bitcoin. I hope to see you again. All right. Next, we're going to hear from our CEO, Sergio. Sergio, I know you're going to be making the presentation because you are so excited about that CrownHub update and the new features. And as we go along, as you show everyone here, I may interrupt you here and there because I want to mention some new features that we will be putting into the CrownHub. So if you want, Sergio, take it away.
Yep, no worries. Hey, everyone. I just want to thank everybody in the Krown community before I begin for being so patient and allowing us to do our thing. It's been a month since Vegas, and I know everyone was itching for updates. So we got a lot lined up over the next couple of weeks, and I hope, you know, we can make you proud. So I'm going to share my screen over here. Give me a second. Let me see if you guys can see this window. Okay. Hold on a sec here. I think I want to get the full screen here. It only showed me a window here. Entire screen. There we go. All right. So yeah, earlier today I got a call. There was a meeting and we were testing. We're using my account as the guinea pig account, and I had a few concerns. You know, we had a lot of issues with the dashboard. So when you go into your browser and you log in with your MetaMask, it's going to show up and it'll ask you if you want to link with one account or two accounts or however many accounts you have. I was having an issue with cross accounts, or when I log in with one account, my other purchases were showing on a different wallet address. So all those things were adjusted. So right now we have our leaderboard. People are starting to change their usernames. Right now, I think the username is like your email and a bit of your actual wallet address. If you guys want to go and change your names and lock in your handles, basically you go to the profile section, you scroll all the way down. You're only allowed to do this once. It tells you here at the bottom, and it'll prompt you what you can't use. You can't use special characters. So it's all lowercase. And yeah, then you just hit, I believe it was here. It's not there any longer. And then it'll update into your profile. It'll show you your @handle. So that's a cool new feature. The rewards, you can see right here, the gold is throbbing. If you go to the platinum here, it'll actually tell you what you need to do. So I'm going to have to work on my QR scans and my referrals to unlock this platinum here. Another cool thing is, yeah, all the balances are adding up. If you go to your transactions, you can see how, you know, it gives you the entire history of your transactions, and there's different wallet addresses. So when you go back to your profile, you could actually go and look to see what wallet addresses are in your wallet or your account. And I mean, you can have like 5 or 6 of them. It'll all recognize that and tally them all up and give you a total up here. And yeah, everything seems to be working good. I know there's going to be a little bit like referrals and some imbalances. If there's any issues, just hit the help icon here and start a ticket. And yeah, we'll address them one by one, and we're doing audits and resolving.
Hey, Serge, real quick, can you go to the top real quick? I just want to address something.
Yeah.
For all you guys that see the current rank, just so you know, that is the wrong rank. I'll have to, in fact, Iffy, are you on with us?
I am, yes.
Okay. If you could go ahead and put it in the log to get this changed up to show the correct status tier. He should be at Prince.
Okay.
And yeah, and I think I sent you the tiers, but I can send them to you again if you need.
No problem. Thank you.
Yep. And then also, yep, go ahead.
Oh, so I was just going to say, normally on the ranks, I remember there being a bar which would explain how much you need
Yes.
to get to the following rank. I don't know what happens afterwards.
We're missing that. We're missing that. We'll add that in probably by end of day tomorrow or Monday. We should have that fixed. I would imagine Mario probably get that.
Okay, cool.
And then also another thing we're going to have, guys, is the status tier, the ranks that you guys have, just so you know what your bag holdings need to be and for how long in order to achieve that rank. That's going to be something that's new in CrownHub. We'll have that on there. It'll be a special section. It'll maybe say tiers or status or ranks or something like that. And it'll show you what your wallet needs to hold or your total wallets together need to hold and for how long you need to hold those in order to maintain that rank. Why those ranks are important is because with every rank that you go up, you get a lot of new things. You may get more Krown coin. You may get rebate. You may get special promo codes. You may get merchandise. You may get tickets to either the Krown conference, the Camelot Gala. You may even be a part of the round table that we do every year. So the King's Round Table, where we all meet up at a secret castle place. You know, so like that's like some of the things that you can get. And so we'll make sure that the all of the rewards for each tier is on there. So if we could add that to the to do and go ahead and mark that urgent if you don't mind.
Absolutely, already done.
Thank you, ma'am.
And James, I was thinking maybe even the theme could change to match the website a little bit more, because the website's a little bit more duller and it's got more like greens and grays as opposed to like the old way of looking. I don't know if we want to update that.
Yeah, we can definitely take a look at that for sure.
And yeah, I wanted to test a buy bot here because I don't like who's this NGarCon 2000. He's getting a little bit too close. You mind if we try this out?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's see.
All
right, let's go.
God forbid somebody challenge you there, Serge.
Yeah, no, I got to catch some ground over here.
Sam might decide to come in, and he might give you a run for your money, man.
Hey, what happens if we refer ourselves? Can we put our own referral code in there or what?
You know what? No, you cannot.
Oh, damn it.
The internet.
We have we have controls for that. Don't worry.
All right.
Pull the bomb.
It actually docks you, I think, 10% of your wallet. Try to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Your actual bank account, it
tax.
takes fiat off you and then
Okay.
adds it to the Krown network. So we get more fiat gone into Krown. So yeah, just be careful.
Yeah, we should have like a treasury wallet where it just rolls that over into the blockchain.
Exactly.
All right, so you did, what'd you do, ETH?
Yeah, I did ETH. It's showing here. It's showing this transaction was submitted.
Okay. There we go.
View the transaction. We should get an alert. The buy bot should get triggered in the chat here.
There it was. Or let's see.
No, that's an older one. But yeah, I guess we can just wait and keep an eye on the channel.
You gotta love ETH speed. I think that's one of the things people are gonna love about. There we go. Love about Krown is about how fast it's going to be. All right, there it is.
There we are.
Perfect.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice job. Yep.
Excellent.
And we wanted to make sure everything was linked up and everything was really fluid and automated. So that's the buy bot is connected directly to the interface and it watches the blockchain, and then once it sees that buy, then it issues a whatever the status is. It reads their total holdings, lets you know where they're at. If they go up, and goes from there. All right, Sergio, you good, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
Very good. All right, thank you so much, man. We appreciate that.
Thanks, man.
Okay, Iffy, I know that you have been quite the face in the community for everyone, and we just want to give you, to say thank you so much for everything that you do. And if you have any updates that you need to give, you can let us know now. And I know that you want to tell people about a couple of things that we are starting to work on. You're on mute.
Yes.
There we go.
Can you hear me now? So I guess the key thing to just keep in mind is whenever you have an issue, feel free to reach out to myself or Mario on Telegram. The best way is to actually set up a ticket. And it may seem like we're taking forever to respond. We're not. We're viewing them. We're logging everything that you're requesting. And sometimes there are issues that are shared by multiple people, which means that we just need to consolidate what's happening, have a look into it, and then investigate it so that we're resolving it for the majority of people. Where there is something definitely specific, we will come back to you to go through it in your particular scenario. So please rest assured, we always look at everything that you send in. We're tracking it. Your information is not lost and we're not ignoring you. So just first off the bat, wanted to let you know that. In terms of what's coming next, there is a whole ream of stuff that we're planning. So whenever you do have questions, feel free to ask. We'll also be updating the FAQs on the site regularly as well. So sometimes we may point you back there, just so that you know that there will be new information coming through. Gareth, Peter, and Sergio have done a really good job of showing you what's come through recently. So I won't belabor all of those points. But as I say, feel free to ask questions anytime. I'm based out in the UAE. So if you send me a message and it takes a couple of hours, I'm just asleep. But I will get back to you as soon as I can the next morning.
Don't lie, Ify. We know you don't sleep. I think you and James have the records. We're gonna have to get some kind of counter and see who has the least sleep.
I think it's probably James. I definitely do sleep. I just sneak it in.
Iffy, you win. You win. Thank you, Iffy. I appreciate it. All right. Okay, guys. All right. So last but not least is someone I want to introduce you to. I want to let him give you a presentation a little bit about his company. It's an exciting company. It's a company I've wanted to do business with. We really looked at a few different ones, and at Bitcoin 2025, I know Peter, you were actually in the room, I think, when I made that call to do this deal and wanted to do this deal with Sam. But I want to introduce Samuel Zeitkin. He's the CEO of Exit Quantum. They're out of Australia, and they are going to be working with Krown. In fact, we just put the press release out, or they did, regarding the partnership with Krown and them, and what we're going to be doing. So with that, Sam, I'm going to hand it over to you, brother.
Thank you very much, and yeah, I mean it's a pleasure to meet everyone here, and thanks for the introduction. Yeah, so a bit about us. As I've mentioned, I'm the CEO of Exit Quantum, which is a Australian-based post-quantum cryptography company that's all focused on cryptographic diversity and breakthrough. So essentially, like kind of aligned with what James said earlier, multiple layers of cryptography to make it as secure as possible. This is where we essentially focus on. So we are the first one in the world to actually publish a production-ready version of a cryptography called HQC, which is a code-based algorithm. Essentially, it utilizes a different type of cryptography compared to what is now the standard, allowing like a diversity and redundancy that further secures everything. On our team, we also have a very seasoned research cryptographer who has been in Australia's leading research center all around post-quantum cryptography and has created more efficient, stronger, more secure versions, as well as privacy-preserving blockchain to ensure that the blockchain transactions not only stay immutable, secure, but also private. Maybe I can just share a bit about in the About Us screen, just a little bit.
Hey,
Go ahead.
I was going to mention, have you brought on that? I know who that team member is, that new member is. Can we say who that is yet, or have we made that public or no?
Yes, it is public. You can say that it is Raymond Zhao.
Raymond Zhao.
I'm not sure if you are familiar with him, like how many people are familiar with him, but essentially he is, I think, according to his colleagues at least, the best post-quantum cryptography researcher in Australia, which is I think quite a high standards to say. He has been like learning all about it even before, like since it's been essential, before it became a thing. and has created the what's the name of that matrix coin, I think.
Yeah, Matrix. And then he was in Data 61 too. I see it there, but I knew him from Zero's Data 61, and then he was at he wrote the yeah. Here we go. There we go.
Yeah, the efficient, scalable, and post-quantum blockchain back in 2019.
Yep, Matrix. Yep.
Yeah, so very excited to have him on board, and this is kind of where our collaboration with Krown is going to be taking place. Like we are not in the QRNG space. We are mainly in the post-quantum, in the algorithm space, and we are going to be working on creating the most efficient, most secure ecosystem possible, essentially.
Yeah, and we're going to be also Krown. How this works, because a lot of you have already written me and asked me how it will work. So what we're going to do is Exaquantum and Krown. The partnership is we are going to co-develop, and then we're also some of Krown's developers are going to develop their own proprietary algorithm, PQC products and algorithms, and then also along with Exaquantum, and they'll do their own as well. But as a team, we'll work together on several products and services, and we'll continue to really push the boundaries of PQC and where we can put it, where it can sit, what it can work with, if it can be redundant or not, and just make it easier really to work with and offer new ways to look at post-quantum cryptography too. We're also going to be offering services through Exaquantum in partnership with them too. I know that we have Discovery as well. I think there's some more products that we can talk about too, Sam.
Yes. So if you're referring to the some of the things that we offer is cryptographic discovery and encryption inventory, which essentially helps map out network code bases and file systems to kind of identify where the quantum readiness is not there yet, essentially, like what are some holes. And then from there, we can move on to the remediation, the post-quantum cryptography as a service, which essentially is a sovereign-grade, enterprise-grade encryption that can be seamlessly integrated and then updated after integration. So essentially, coming back to the agility this pillar, one of the things that Krown and us are doing is essentially we're showing that post-quantum cryptography does not have to be super daunting. It does not have to be, super straight. It can be real, and it can be agile, and it can be, well, maybe even fun.
Yeah, for sure. And also another thing too is that I had someone ask me, is it or what you're going to be developing? Is it going to be NIST certified, NIST approved? Will it be? And I told them yes, because this is what we really want to run along these lines. NIST is just one part of the puzzle. There's many certifications that we want, but we want to really focus on as many certifications and the best practices and the latest methodologies that we can use. I've had a couple of people that I've talked to that are in the medical field, that executives, and then also one in the tech field that's ahead, and they want to migrate to a PQC, migrate to a post-quantum cryptography. And this is something that Krown's going to help them with. This is something that Exaquantum and Krown will work together in that migration, and also in that integration, implementation, and onboarding and all of that. So these are different services and products that this partnership allows for. I think is the right thing to say, right, Sam?
Yes, I would say so. And now that we are, now that we have established this partnership, we can essentially, we have this cross-border collaboration now, truly Mr. Worldwide, as I say. Australia, UK, Dubai, America, kind of, making it all happen. I think it's very, very cool.
Yeah, definitely. And then one of our services. So I'm going to be announcing an arm of Krown. I'm actually going to be renaming it, but it'll be a software development, blockchain development, quantum development, and Exaquantum will be a real big part of that as we push those new products and those new services, and as we come up with those new proprietary products as well. So I'm really excited about that. Sam, thank you so much for your time today, and we're looking forward to it, man. All right, brother.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Have a good day. I'll talk to you soon. All right. All right, guys. Well, I mean, I'm really excited about the partnership with XQuantum because it's something that, again, you know, earlier I told you guys tonight how I was going to explain how you build these really strategic partnerships. And you have to be careful because you have to be, when you're dealing with partners, you need to be considerate of the ones that you've already partnered with and believed in you in the beginning, and you don't want to step on those toes, and you need to make sure that you get everything right on that end. And when we did that with XQuantum, we made sure, because we have a great company, a great public company in Quantum Emotion. They're great friends of ours. We have certain products that we're building with them. And then we also have a great complementary company in XQuantum that we have products and services with them that Krown will be developing on its own proprietary PQC products as well. So that's how you build great partnerships. I know some people had some questions about that, but anyway. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to, okay, let's stop here. Let's take a moment. If any of you have any questions, I'm about to reveal something to you guys, a new product to you guys that I've been working on. We've been working on secretly. But if you have any questions, please raise your hand and we'll go ahead and answer those. I know some of the team is still here, so actually most of the team is still here. If you have any questions, let me know before I continue. Let me go back up to all right, no questions. All right, here we go. All right, let me reveal to you. It is in development right now, but many of you remember Krown IQ when we were developing that and we were working on that. I've been working on something in the background. I'm really excited about it. I want to show it to you guys. It's not, obviously, it's not in production. It's not produced yet. It's not ready. It won't be ready for another month or two, at least, I would imagine. But it's either going to be called Krown Trade or it's going to be called Krown IQ. It'll stay IQ. But it is a platform, and I'm going to show it to you now. I'm going to present this to you guys. Give me just a minute. And I had to do a video on it because of the mode that we're in right now with it. So let me get here. All right, let me know if you can hear the media. If somebody could just give me a thumbs up on this. Let me know when you can see it. Can you all see it? Good. All right, let me start it for you guys. All right, guys, I'm really excited today to announce the development of what many of you used to know as Krown IQ. I think I am going to change that name though to Krown Trade because the platform that we're building right now, it really is buy, sell, trading, even though it also is analytics. The algos go as well. I may change it to Krown Trade. I just don't know yet, but I will let you guys know and give you an update. But I am very pleased today to show this to you and kind of give you a demo, if you will. This isn't right now, but we are working towards within the next 4 to 8 weeks to have this ready to go. So I'll keep you guys updated, but this is it. I want to show it to you. It's we'll have everything from stocks, your OTCs, your indices, your futures, gold and silver, everything like that. So FX, your Forex, so those will be in there as well. But this is just kind of give you guys a standard look. So right now I'm doing crypto. I have a crypto watch list. So let's say I want to go in this part of it, and I say I want to look at ADA. So if I click on ADA, then what it'll do is it'll bring in the main screen, which is completely customizable as far as the size goes. All of the modules too can be changed. You can put whatever you want in these modules, but you can zoom in. It'll show you volume. It'll show you your candlesticks. And down here on the side, you have everything that you would want. Everything from your price lines to your curves, your arcs, everything. You can use your brush, highlights, pitchforks, whatever you want. Your range volume as well. It's showing you the highs and the lows. Let's say you see something that you like. Let's say you go to BTC USD. And on the BTC or USDC. And you see something that you like on that. You can choose to buy or you can choose to sell instantly right there. You can do a market, a limit, a stop, whatever you want. You can do, is it good for the day, good till whenever. So you can do whatever you want with regard to buying and selling on that. If I want to look at Avalanche, say Avalanche, we'll look at that, right? AVAX, Avalanche versus the US dollar. You can zoom in with the scroll of your mouse. You can look and see what it's doing. You can go back into historicals. You can also get over here on the right side as well. You can choose what you want this module to be. It can be market depth. So you can really look at the market depth and see how it's going, what it looks like, what's coming up. You can go to news. You can put that in as well. So like you see your gold price falls at 33.31. Let's say you want to look at news and you want to look at news for a certain symbol. If you want Bitcoin, you can literally type in the symbol that you want the news for, and it will bring up that news, everything for that particular symbol's news. So I'm really excited about that. You can also click on the plus button here on any module. You can add things like a chart, your positions, your watch list, which you can make private or public. Others can see it. Your funds, orders, order history, trade history, cash movements, messages that you get. If you send and receive messages as well. The market depth again, time and sales, alerts. You will get alerts as you set those. You'll have a trading journal, news, which is what we're on now, the economic calendar, and also web pages if you have a web page that you want specific. So that is another module here. And then up here, these are your watch lists. You can set your watch list to whatever you want. Again, this is all crypto, so I've set these just for an example right now. So this is one part. This is one of our main windows. But what's nice is that you can actually create another one. There's a plus button right here. What I did was I created a trade window. So when I click on the trade window, what it does is it shows me the trade. It gives me a bigger window here to look at. I can still do everything I want with regard to any of, whether it's paths, arcs, curves, whatever. I want to look at the aggregation time. Maybe I want to look at the last day. So this gives me the last day. I can look at the chart path. Like if I want a line, it'll give me a line, bars, and we can do everything. We do the area, but I'll go back to candles because a lot of you guys have candles. You can do your own drawings as well. Indicator setting. So something that's really nice about this, actually, I'll go into this on the next one, on the next window. You can do a multi-chart, and you can actually choose, do you want 2 horizontal, 3 horizontal, 3 vertical, 2 verticals, or quads? You can do a snapshot, and you can actually download that chart image, or you can copy the chart image immediately. You can send that to someone, and I'll show you. What's really nice is, let's say you're doing something, you see something going on, right, and someone's in the community. You can send it over to our AI. You can have a private chat. You can get human support or technical analysis. You can go to the community itself, and you can actually look and see, like this person says, anyone else watching NVIDIA today? Another user says, yeah, it looks like it's trying to break through 1100. I took a small, long, early, planning to scale, I just hold it up. And you can actually put those charts into your community posts. You can get a feed, and you can do feedback and also announcements. So there's a lot you can do with regard to communication, which is huge. Let's say you want to come over here and you've got BTC and you want to sell some of your BTC. You click on sell right here, and you'll be able to do a sell order right there instantly. Let's say you want to do a buy BTCU. I want to buy right now. Boom, you click buy. What you want to buy. It's all set there. So that is the trade chart, and here you have, like right here, this right here is a trading journal. And then funds, it shows your funds balance, and you can continue, and it'll show your historical as well. So you can choose whatever you want to do with that. You can customize your columns, how they're going to look. Like right now, I have 3 vertical columns, 3 modules, and then plus I have my main trade chart. I can change that to anything I want it to be. So whether you're a beginner or you're experienced, it doesn't really matter. You can set this as easy to look at or as complex as you want it to be. You can use it for your trading, for your day trading if you want. The next main window that we have is called the charts window. So when we click on a chart, exactly what you would expect it to be. It's going to be a multi-chart look. Let's say I want this chart here is ETH, this chart here is BTC, and this chart is XRP. Let's say I want another one. I want ADA, Cardano. I want to look at that one, and then I want another one at, let's look at Sol. We'll look at Sol as well. And then you'll have another chart that you want. So you can do anything you want with these charts. You can watch them live. They're going to show you live feed. And then something that's really nice is that you can choose your indicator setting. So I'm going to delete these, and I'm going to bring this over going to bring the big chart over here. This is XRP. If you know it's Ripple. You could choose an indicator setting of all of this. You can do acceleration, deceleration, your oscillators, your indicators, your average true range, Bollinger bands, everything. So let's say I want the Bollinger bands. All I do is grab a hold, I move it over to my indicator. It instantly sets up my Bollingers. I can choose the length, the displacement. And then let's say I want to go down to let's go to momentum. Let's look at the momentum. I can move momentum in there too with the Bollinger Band. I can choose the length that I want, and then I close it out. And here you see those indicators. You've got the momentum, you've got the Bollinger Bands. You can choose whatever you want to do. Zoom it in, zoom out, see where it's at. You also can maximize that as well. So let's say you want to maximize that window. It will collapse the other ones. It'll show you your main. And you can move out. There. See that expansion right there on Bollinger. So that is something that's a really nice feature that we love to have on this one. So again, everything is customizable. If you want to have only 4 modules, you can have that. You can choose whatever you want on these windows. Like I got standard, a trade, a charts. You can duplicate that if you want to. You can also do an add, and you can choose the workspace name that you want. And you can, this is like a blank canvas. You can start to put in whatever you want in your workspace and call it what you want. I think that's one of the real nice features about this platform. And I'll go back to the standard here. So let's say I'm going to go over here to the crypto side. I'm going to say, let's say Sol. I'm going to double click Sol. And what it's going to do is it's going to bring, it's in development right now, but let's say there's, so you got ETH, USDT. I don't know, I have to work on the Sol one, but then I have BTC, USDT. And you can look at the 1 hour. Again, you can go back a week, a month, whatever you want, but you can see the difference. So this platform, whether it's Krown Trade or going to be Krown IQ, it has so much that you can do with it. The features are very robust, or you can really, and you know, for lack of better words, you can really dumb it down and simplify it as much as you want, and you can make that just something that you look at. Like even like when we set up our algorithm, we're going to have algorithms that trade for you, so you can do set it and forget it, or you can come in every day and you can look and you can trade and you can do whatever you want. Again, one of the nice features is it's completely customizable for you. Something I really wanted with Krown IQ before, as you remember, and so we stuck with that. It's everything that you want, from the customizable modules to whatever you want it to be. And it's like I say, right now we put all of these in here that you can choose as your modules. I'm sure we'll have more as you guys have suggestions. So, but right now this is it. And I wanted to show this to you guys. Really excited to introduce this. This is going to be one of the staples of our ecosystem. And I'll have more news on this later on, but I hope you guys like it. We're really happy with it right now, and I'll be in touch with you. I'll give you guys a roundtable update report on the next KrownMEET. I should have a lot more for you with regards to this. So I'll stay in touch with you. Thank you so much, guys, and we'll get back to the KrownMEET now. All right, guys. So that was the new Krown Trade, Krown IQ, and that is just the beginning, because we're constantly refining it, and it's going to have, what we're going to do is we're going to take the community's suggestions. It's been something I've been working on a little bit, so I'm really proud of it. But and you guys will be too, because look, you're going to get to choose a fate. You're going to get to choose your level of experience. So if you're a beginner, and I get this a lot, but if you're a beginner, what you're going to be able to do is you're going to say, okay, when you form your account and you get it, you download it, you set it all up, because it'll be mobile and it'll be on web, iOS, Android, web, and you'll say, I'm a beginner. Awesome. It's going to set you up with a beginner look. You can simplify it, and you can make it as simple as you want. You can make it as complex as you want. It can be everything from day traders, brokers, to someone who's just starting out. And it incorporates so much into it. There's so much community that'll be, we will have community integration, community chat, copy trading. You're going to get to see everything. We're going to put the algorithmic prediction modeling in there as well. I mean, there's going to be so much to that. And I don't know if I'm going to call it Krown IQ or Krown Trade yet, but I'm working on the name, and we're continuing to work on it. I'm really going to really kind of hammer down on this and try to get this done in the next 45 days, 60 days, and get that going. So any questions about the platform right now? Any questions? Okay. All right. We're going to move forward now. All right. So next thing I need to do is I want to tell you guys about, and this is kind of in working in sync with X Quantum and then Quantum of Motion as well. But that's the formation of one of the arms of Krown, which it was called the Krown Agency, but we're changing it to either Krown Quantum Labs or Krown Labs. And that is going to serve as the company's software products and services division, and where we're going to offer blockchain, DeFi, crypto, PQC solutions, things like that. PQC as a service. All of that will be under Krown Labs or Krown Quantum Labs. And so that will be another revenue generation, another revenue channel that comes into Krown. And don't forget, every single product, every single platform gives back. That's one of the beautiful things about it. You know, I always tell people when they ask me, give me the 30-second pitch, it is the quantum chain is the most, you know, secure chain in the world. It is the human body and the ecosystem. The 32 products that'll be within that are, imagine them as being organs. They all feed it back into the ecosystem. So all of those buybacks will be coming through, and they'll be exponentially increased because of each platform giving back and each revenue model giving back. So, all right, so that's Krown Labs. And then I told you guys last KrownMEET about the Krown store. A lot of you asking about merchandise. There is a lot going on at Krown. So the Krown store, I'm hoping to have that open by September 30th for all merchandise sales. Remember, we have to design, then we have to test each product, get it in, make sure the quality is good. So once that's ready to go, maybe we start out with 10 products or whatever, and then we'll go from there. And I'll keep you guys updated on that. The next is the status coins. All right, so that is something that's going to be integrated as an automated feature, automated availability in the CrownHub for your status once you can hold a status for 60 days. So let's say I'm expecting, by the way, I'm expecting to have those done by the end of July, early August. But they'll automatically, once you qualify for the coin in the CrownHub, it'll pop up. It'll say, do you want to order it? Do you want this coin as your status coin? Now that you've held that, yes, you can. You can deny it, whatever you want to do, but you must maintain that status for 60 days in order to be eligible. So that's the status coins. And then finally, I want to talk about the event announcements. We are still scheduled for Q3 next year, 2026. It's going to be late July, probably late June and July. The venue details are forthcoming, but don't forget that roundtable, the 50 people that are in the King's Roundtable, if you qualify for that, you'll be a part of that. Don't forget that there's also a community envoy or representation that comes. I believe it's 3 people that come to the roundtable every year that's part of the community. If you're the higher status levels, I think it's the top 2 or 3 status levels, you'll be part of the King's Roundtable. And then also platinum holders and rewards automatically qualify for the roundtable as well. And that is where we really forge the future of Krown every year. It's where some policies are made. It's where the ideas are put forth, where votes happen for the Krown network. And it's held in a castle every year at a secret location. And the roundtable is a massive King Arthur style roundtable. Each of you will have your special robe, your special swords. You'll even have your special ring that you will have every year as a roundtable member. And then also you have the Camelot Gala, which we hold. It's also the award show that we'll have, and then also the benefit auction, the dinner, as well as it's basically also like an after party too. So the Camelot Gala, that happens every year. You'll qualify for that. You'll also be nominated for certain awards, and those awards come with certain rewards. And then, of course, the Krown Conference. That's a mega one. That's a crypto one. That's for other people in the crypto community. They can come to the conference. Imagine if you Bitcoin 2025, the Krown Conference will be the same thing. It will be basically a conference full of everything quantum, crypto. So there's going to be several sectors, but it's going to be full of people that are up and coming, new products, new services, what's the latest, that kind of deal. But everything will be branded with Krown. Obviously, there will be a marketing effort there and opportunity for others. And again, everything made off of that conference, or not everything, but a lot of what's made off that conference goes right back into the buyback to the Krown coin. as you know, that is my biggest thing, is that I want to make sure that we always, when we get a chance, we buy back our own coin because we believe in it that much. Plus, it helps hold the floor for you guys. And that is going to be it for this evening. So we're going to move to the live AMA session. This is where all of you get to ask your questions about anything that you saw or any questions that you may have. I can see that the team is still here. So let's go ahead and open up the AMA. All right. As you guys all know, all you have to do is raise your hand, and then we'll answer your questions. So let's begin it now. First one. Get over here. Okay. All right. Anybody have, we'll start the questions. If you have a question, just raise your hand. You have tons of, yeah. Sergio, go ahead.
Hey, sorry, I just had a question about the Crown IQ, or the Crown Trade.
Yeah.
With the social, is that going to be like connected to the Crown social, or is its own type of social thing?
Yeah, so it's embedded within, part of it is actually embedded within the platform itself. So you can have chat messages, the chat feature, that's embedded within. You do have an option where you can share this with the group, or you can share this with someone. So that'll be something that you can do as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Somebody else had their hand up. Hold on one second. All right. Okay, I'm surprised there's only one question tonight. All right, that was a lot for the KrownMEET. Guys, again, there's a lot going on. There's new partnerships being formed. I actually have this coming week, I have a new announcement to make. It's a big one too. So there'll be a PR out for that one as well. As we continue to forge these relationships and we continue to push the boundaries of what we can do in quantum and in blockchain, you're going to see the growth of Krown like never before. Krown is really different. It's not just a coin. It's not something, it's not a gimmick. It's not a project. You know, a lot of people write me and they say, well, what is this project about? Tell me real quick about their project. When are you going to launch on Ethereum? And I have to, it kind of makes you reflect back. It makes you look back and you go, yeah, I remember back in the days years ago when people would say, when are you going to launch on Ethereum, or when are you going to launch on Solana and things like that. We are approaching the day, people, that people will ask you, when are you launching on Krown? And I think that today, that'll be one of the most beautiful days in blockchain, because you're not just launching on any blockchain. You're launching on the most secure, future-ready blockchain ever produced in the world. And it's just something to really behold, because it's built right. It's built for the future. It's built with you guys in mind. It's built with security in mind. It's meant to house assets that should be housed in the right way. And we're going to look up on Q Day one day, and people are going to be panicking. And there's going to be one place they run to, which is one of the front runners in the world, and that was Krown Technologies and Krown Network. And I can't wait to give that to you guys. I really can't. It's a labor of love, and it consumes. Sorry, but it consumes every part of me, and we do it for you. And so thank you so much tonight for joining us, and I'll see you again. But I have to ask before we go, as it is our registered trademark, I have to ask you all, what's in your bag? I'm James, and I'm out. Have a great night.